What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Kind of the last component I really wanted to talk about. Dive into the entire class is going to be the final video project. The final video project is sort of something I came up with a few years ago to kind of be a little more creative. I know a lot of you, especially in college, you end up doing a lot of essays, and I end up reading a lot of essays, and so I wanted to be a little more expressive. Especially now we're in this kind of content driven culture. It's important that we can kind of create our own digital content, and then we can relate it to other people and sort of build to the historical community at large. So basically what we're going to do for our final video project will be a video that's 5 to 10 minutes long. This is critical stage. You must approve this topic. This has to be something that we talked about in class. I wouldn't even say that. It has to be from the time period that we're looking at is the most important part of that. A lot of times people will come in and it's a history 201 class and they'll do one on Vietnam War and they didn't get approved for a topic. Please talk to me first, ask, can I do this topic, and I need to approve it first. So you can do that whenever. You can do that today. You can do it hopefully not the last week of school, but definitely get to me. The sooner the better so you can get started earlier. I need you to use 5 primary and secondary sources. If you use primary sources, those are going to be people that were directly at the event or were there during the time period. A secondary source is someone writing about that. So essentially, anything that you write about the Civil War would be a secondary source. Anything that Robert E. Lee wrote about the Civil War would be a primary source. That makes sense. You can use any recording device. As you can see, my favorite's the old cell phone here. It's pretty good to get things done. But there's lots of different AV equipment you can use. You can use, I'd like you to use images, or you can even use clips of videos. But I like to use like an original script. So I don't need you taking, a project on Gettysburg and then you're just showing me a 10-minute clip from the movie Gettysburg. That's not going to fly. So this is worth 240 points, which is 24% of your final grade. So it's a pretty big portion. So you need to take this seriously. The other thing I'd like to note is that it should be a digital format I can look at. I'm pretty good. I can use like a VLC player. So a lot of times people just upload it to YouTube, and they can make it private if they're worried about it not being good and they don't want to see it, or they keep it public. I prefer to keep it public. So if you do a niche topic that people don't know a lot about, people can learn from you and go back and watch your video later. So that's an option for you. But either way, just get it to me and something I can watch. Also with that, you need to have a typed outline or a storyboard, something with your citations in the final project. I sort of leave that pretty loose to interpretation because, I'll give you a little freedom in there to work. I just need you to have something written down like with your script, what you said, okay? I'd rather you not free form. And if you do, you need to have your sources that you mentioned in your video. So you can kind of go through everything else and look at the video rubric on your own, but that's pretty much it. I will be giving you options to view later in the week. Just pay attention to Blackboard. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you around.